That's an East Yorkshire holiday if I've ever heard of. This is from the series Tales from the Underground. And these are all pretty much true, except this one. It's called The Angel of Death. I saw the Angel of Death today. Elderly lady, black hat with a veil, black mink coat, black stockings, black shoes. I recognised her instantly. She stood in the ticket hall, unseen by all but me. She was reading the Metro and smiling. Made the front page again, I said to her. I always make the front page, dear, she replied. Look, she said, and smiled a cadaverous grin. Smokers. I love them. Not keen on joggers, though. Of course, I get them in the end. Heart attacks, mostly. Cyclists are tricky. Healthy exercise, but risky all the same. How do you feel about old people, I asked her. My best customers. Reliable. They do hang around a lot longer these days. I like a nice motorway pilot. Oh, and those people who text while driving. I just adore them. Of course, tube stations are always good. Regular. Well, gotta go. Funeral to attend. Lovely talking to you. Be seeing you soon. Won't tell you when. That would only spoil the fun. And it's no good going on a diet. I've got something special lined up for you. Be seeing you. And with that, she was gone. I liked her. She seemed a cheerful old.
Okay. Well, I brought something along I want to show y'all if I can find it. My story comes from way down in the steamy hot south of the USA, way down in Louisiana. You can pass that around if you want to. Life is real slow and hot down there. I don't know if you ever heard of the bayou. It's the waters, the swamp waters way down in Louisiana. And this is the story of how the black, inky waters of the bayou turn blue. I bet y'all never heard that one before, so listen up, because I'm going to tell it. Well, a long time ago, all the fishermen used to go down to the waters of the bayou early in the morning, long before the sun rose. And they would cast their fishing lines and their crab pots out over the black, inky bayou. For even though that water was deep and black and ink, it was teeming with shrimp and crabs and fishes of all kinds. Yes, sir. And they'd haul their catch, and what a mighty fine catch it was. Now, I say fishermen. One of them was slightly different. Her name was Swamp Mama. And she was a fisherwoman of a different sort. She did not go down to the bayou early in the morning. She went late at night when it was still and steamy and hot. You know, she was kind of weird. She used to wear a long blue voluminous dress, and on her head a white turban. So everybody recognized her straight away. And she was famous for miles around for her delicious Cajun, spicy fish gumbo. Every Friday night she'd make a big old pot of it. And on this particular Friday night, she stood in her kitchen and she said, well, I'm missing something for my gumbo. I haven't got any crabs. Don't, said the word. She didn't have any crabs. You know what she did? She went down to the bayou. But I told you, she didn't have a fishing line. You know what she did? She went into the refrigerator, first of all, and she emptied out all the old garbage out of it. Maybe some old congealed grits for breakfast or some spicy sausage. And she tied it into the hem of her big blue dress. And she waded it out into that black inky bayou right up to her waist. And her dress would float out over the water. But on this Friday night, those fish were not taking her bait. Now, what I haven't told you about her, about Mama, is that she couldn't sing. She had a most awful, terrible voice. If you heard it, you'd want to run the other way and cover your ears. Yes, ma'am, you would. She was awful. Anyway, she stood waist deep in the water. She said, well, if my crabs aren't going to come to me, I'm going to have to do something else. You know what she did? She started singing at him. Oh boy, hold your ears, I told you. Little crabbies, climb onto my dress. Little crabbies, if you don't, you'll be a mess. You know what those crabs did? They covered their ears too, way down there in the water. And before she knew it, one of those old crabs had reached its claw up out of that black inky water, grabbed hold of Swamp Mama's nose and pulled her down into that black inky water. She was never heard of or seen again. Except people say, if you go down to the bayou late at night and you listen real good, you can still hear her singing. And the water, they say, has turned blue. And you know why? Because her blue dress is still floating out over the bayou. And if you think you see a bright moon shining out on the water, that's not the moon, no sir. That's a white turban reflecting up from the water. And that is a truth.
It's a bit unfair on all the storytellers because you never know when your turn's coming up next, and we make it up as we go along anyway.
So this is with apologies to Petula Clark. You've got my number, if you're crossing the Humber, you can come and see our town. Happy as here again, so bring your pad and your pen, write poetry in our town. So come to the marina or go shopping in the city, to the Casey Stadium and watch a bit of footy. How can you lose? There's theatres too, never been. Or you can go to the old town and drink lots of beer, 'cause it's our town. Not just a fishing pond, our town. Our galleries and sport, our town. Everything but the girls here. Phil was a poet, and didn't he know it? He spent 30 years in our town. House Martin's red guitars and 88 tools like Amy come from here. Our town. The biggest toad you've ever seen, a dancing bossa nova. You'll be dancing with them too before the night is over. Happy again. The deep has got penguins now. You can go down the Adelphi, the muses all take a bow. Our town, larking about in home. Our town, life can be very full. Our town, even the seagulls are cool. Our town, come to the Freedom Fest. Our town, Yorkshire so far the best. Our town, friendly and down to earth. Oh.
Want to pick us up with our town in some way?
Something from our towns. Do you mind
Yeah,
if I,
or whatever you wanted to do.
do you mind if I sit? Because
Yeah, you sit. You don't have to perform. It's a very straight
Right.
performance
there
area.
is a reason my zip's gone. Seriously. So set in our town. This is one that's gone down quite well with people who've come to the festival. It's called Grandad's Pies. After my nana died, Grandad Burnett suddenly took up baking. Pies and cakes and scones mostly. I've always been good at cooking, said Grandad. I just never did it when your nan was alive. I didn't want to show her up, you see.
His apple pies were just the most delicious in the whole world. You could never eat a single piece. One taste and you wanted more and more. Oh aye, I taught that Gordon Ramsay a thing or two about pastry, said Grandad. I beat him in an apple pie making competition once. Should have heard him swear. Ooh, I had to cover your nana's ears. Grandad was always saying this kind of thing. You could never be sure if he was telling the truth or not. Like the time he told me he was an extra in the film Gladiator. Oh yeah. One of the barbarian horde, he said, from Germania. One with a big bushy beard on the left. You watch it. My teachers sometimes said, did your Grandad Burnett tell you that? When I put up my hand to answer a question. Once he said, he saw a man eating fish in the sea at Bridlington. Oh, yeah, it was in a newspaper, he said. Honest. And then there was the time he said to my sister, he would play her for £1 at drafts. When she won, he held his hand out for the money. But I won, said my sister. You owe me it. Who said anything about winning, said my Grandad. I said I'd play you for £1. It's my appearance money. For years, I believed Grandad Burnett was born on the 32nd of May, which he said only came round every 20 years. So that meant he was really only 4, younger than me. You know, if you say the word ginger over and over again, really quickly, he said to me once, it starts to sound like gullible. Ginger, 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 ginger. No, it doesn't. I said ginger, ginger, ginger. Grandad once said his cat blew off on Holderness Road, and Neil Armstrong, the astronaut, found it on the moon. Oh, I said, yeah, when he came back to Earth, he brought it round to our house in Mersey Street. I said, that's impossible, I don't believe that. He said, why? I always write my name and address in my caps. He's got an answer for everything, my Grandad. But I think he misses my nan. Oh no, I miss speak to her every night, said Grandad. Just put my hands together like this, and she says she misses us a lot, but it's nice up there, even though there's no bingo. And she's having a really good rest now after all that fuss. And she's not poorly now at all. I don't know whether to believe him or not, but I love him, just like I love my nana. And his apple pies are really nice. Really, really nice.
Peter?
Yeah, I'll follow with.
I mean, you can stay in the chair. You don't have to get up in the middle.
No,
whatever you wish.
A story that follows the food theme. And it's a story from Ireland. The thing that we know about the Irish, apart from the fact they drink Guinness, is they drink tea. They love their cuppa. In fact, per head they drink more tea than any other nation on earth. Of course, when tea first came into Ireland, you couldn't go down to the local shop and buy it. It was sold by a travelling salesman, a sort of forerunner of the Ringtons activity. So he'd travel up and down the county with his pony and trap with some tea, and he'd call at all the farmsteads and the villages and sell some tea or barter it and so on. The other thing we know about Ireland is that it rains a lot. And it was the soft, warm Donegal rain that made our teaman late, and he knew he wasn't going to get home that night. So he called it, well, this little farmstead in Scotland you'd have called it a croft, but in Ireland I'm not sure what they call it. It's a very small building. In fact, the length of the building was no more than the width of this barge, and the width of the building was very little more than I can span, so it's quite small. Single story, thatched roof, fire at one end, box bed at the other, box bed for 2 people really. And it was a farmer and his wife that were looking after this crop. And the wife would be a 25 or so, you know, nicely presented, hair in a little bow at the back, dimpled cheeks, smile, very welcoming sort. Farmer to farmer, typically, you know, boots, dungarees, gruff, a lot of work to do. Anyway, the tea man had put his horse in the shed around the back whilst the farmer was sorting out, you know, closing up for the night, making sure the chickens were safe, and so on. And the tea man went into the croft, and what he realised was that the wife had been baking bread. That aroma of freshly baked bread. I said, does anyone bake bread at home here? Yeah? You know when it's going there, and you get, you know, his teeth were almost swimming in his mouth when he smelt the bread and he went into that house. Oh! And he sat down at the table, and the wife was sat at the other side, and she could see that he was hungry. She'd taken the bread out of the little Dutch oven, and it was cooling down. She said, would you like a little bit? And it was about to say, yes please, when the husband, the farmer, jumped in and said, you're not going to spoil a perfectly good cake of bread by eating it, breaking it, while it's still hot. And with that, the farmer took the bread and put it up on the shelf. Well, imagine the feeling that the tea man had. He was so close to having a nice bit of bread. The farmer said, we'll say our prayers and turn in for the night, and we'll have the bread for breakfast. So they knelt down, Hail Marys, etc. And then it was a case of going to bed. Well, instead, you know, the bed wasn't really big enough for 3 people. It was only really sized for 2. And the way they did it was that they got the wife up against the wall, the husband in the middle, and the tea man sort of on the edge, teetering a bit. Well, you know, if one of them turned over, they all turned over. If one of them breathed, one of the others had to breathe out. It was that sort of cosy. Anyway, they settled down, such as they could, and after an hour or so, guess what? Call of nature, the farmer needed a wee. Now, this is a case of going outside. So the farmer was then faced with the prospect of hopping out of bed, leaving his wife in bed with the tea man. You know, that's a bad idea. He said, oi, wife, you're coming with me while I go outside for a wee, you see. So, tootle out, he relieves himself, she stands there waiting, and they go back, climb back over the tea man, wife up against the wall, husband in the middle, tea man on the edge. Of course, you know, it never happens once if you need a wee in the night, it happened twice. So the second time, and again, the same rigmarole, outside for a wee, back in, and then, by then, nobody was going to sleep. They were all laid there, thinking thoughts, you know. Like the wife was thinking, what a duff deal this is, being dragged out, stand out in the cold twice in the night when I don't even need a wee. And the husband was laid there thinking, that's a duff deal, I've got a strange bloke on one side, and every 2 hours my bladder goes on me, this is no good at all. And the tea man was laid there thinking, oh, he's been still driven mad by the smell of the bread, as well as every 2 hours 2 people climb over me, leave the door open, come back, climb back over me, shuffle around and so on. So they're all thinking these thoughts, and all of a sudden outside there's the greatest kerfuffle, clumping of hooves, plucking of hens, yowling and so on, and the husband of the farmer sits straight up in bed and says, it's that damn fox going for my chickens again, leaps out of bed, grabs the pitchfork, goes outside, leaving the tea man in bed with his wife. And his wife turns over in bed to the tea man and coquettishly says, now's your chance. And with that, the tea man hops out of bed and goes and gets the soda bread.
Okay, first of all, apologies to Isaac, because this is pretty much the 4th time you've heard this story today, and it just doesn't work the 2nd time round. 4th time round, he put a bullet in his head, I'm surprised he hasn't already. Second of all, are there any children here?
Yes.
Because I got in trouble earlier because I tend to punctuate my stories with a lot of swearing. So if we have kids in here, I will have to work on that.
No,
I mean, like,
right.
I mean actual kids, not like kids at heart. I mean like actual kids.
She's used to it.
You should see her, Mum.
Well, I'll do my best to keep it clean anyway. So, this story, some of you will have this, most of you haven't. I've never performed this one at one of the groups. So this story is called The Ping Pong Balls. So, roughly, say 20 years ago, true story by the way, true story this. There was a young lad, must have been around, well he was 15, about 10, 16. And he was a good lad, this kid. You know, like he didn't get in trouble in school, he didn't get in trouble with the police, he was never out drinking or anything, he did all his homework, kept his nose clean. He was very nice to his parents. You know, he was the best son that a father could ask for. So when his 16th birthday rolled around, Dad said to him, what do you want for your birthday, son? Ask for it, and it's yours. And the son, he thought long and hard, he thought long and hard. Dad, you know what I really want? What I really want is a ping pong ball. So Dad looks at him like, no, be serious. Come on, what do you really want? The son says, no, Dad, honestly, all I want is a ping pong ball. Don't ask questions. Just get me the ping pong ball. So, the dad goes out, he buys a normal ping pong ball, paints it pink, but it costs about £2.50, easy on his wallet. And he gives it to his son, all wrapped up, and the son's looking at this like spherical package, like, oh, what could it be? And he opens it up, and surprise, surprise, it's a ping pong ball. And the son he's overjoyed. He's ecstatic, he cups it in his hands. Hallelujah, hallelujah. And he runs up to his room, falls asleep. Middle of the afternoon, falls asleep. And when his dad goes to see him the next day, he's still there, just waking up. But the ping pong ball's nowhere to be seen, but that's alright, because, you know, he just rolls under his bed, it's in his pocket or in his sock. Who knows? It could be anywhere. Pretty ping pong ball, who cares? And a year goes past. The son starts college. And again, he does well, you know, there's no more trouble with him. So again, the dad goes, your birthday's coming around again. What do you want this year? You know, because you can ask for anything, you know, you don't just have to get them. No, don't worry. Dad, I know what I want, and what I want are 3 ping pong balls. So the dad is getting puzzled because he doesn't actually know what he wanted. He never bothered to ask his son what he wanted with that first ping pong ball. He's got no idea what he wants with 3 of them. Because he doesn't even have paddles. It's not against paddles. He doesn't play ping pong. He just wants these 3 ping pong balls. He's never showed an interest in arts and crafts. So he has no idea what he could want with these ping pong balls. But, you know, he buys one of the little packs that you get from JB Sports, whatever, paints them all pink, gives them to his son individually wrapped. The son unwraps each one, and each time is genuinely surprised that there's a ping pong ball there. And when he's done, takes those 3 ping pong balls in his hands, looks at them like a boy who's just fallen in love for the first time. Like Moses, when he saw the face of God. He is unbelievably euphoric. And he almost floats up the stairs when he goes to his room to again fall asleep. And when the morning comes, he's still there asleep, but these 3 ping pong balls are again nowhere to be seen. His 18th comes around, the big birthday. And his dad goes, right son, take him out for a drink. He goes, oh no, dad, I don't want any booze. So do you want it? Put out, it's again, is a full handful of ping pong balls. That's it, I thought you'd grown out of this, to be honest. Alright. You're such a good kid, but it's weird this, you know, I wish you wouldn't go drinking. This is just weird. But whatever, you know, it's your birthday, fine, I'll get you a handful of how much is a handful anyway? I don't know, 7 or 8, whatever. Gets him a bunch of ping pong balls, paints them all pink, gives them to his son. This time he just puts them all in one package, can't really be arsed this time. Gives them to his son, and the son's like, oh, so many ping pong balls. Well, the sky's the limit, you know, what can I do with all these ping pong balls? Well, what you can do with them is you can run upstairs, fall asleep, and again by the morning they've vanished. This becomes a pattern. This happens every year. On his 19th birthday, Dad fills up Tesco's carry bag full of these ping pong balls, and again, somehow go missing. And now it's getting weird, because you can't lose that many ping pong balls overnight. So Dad starts searching his room like, well, they're nowhere. But they're not outside, they're not in the bed, they're just nowhere. And then the next year, he gets a full box full of ping pong balls. And the dad tries to spy on him. He tries to listen in through his room, but eventually the dad falls asleep, just for a few minutes. And he shakes himself back awake. And he looks through the door. This box is now empty. So all these ping pong balls are gone, and eventually he just accepts it as one of those great mysteries of life. Because life's full of mystery, you know, like, I don't know, why are we conscious, or what caused the Big Bang? You know, chances are we won't know that. We'll never know that. And we'll probably never know what happens to these ping pong balls. That's the conclusion the dad comes to. He just learns to live with it. And every year, the son asks for an exponentially growing amount of ping pong balls for his birthday. And every year, the dad gets him these ping pong balls. Until the dad starts to get on a little bit. He doesn't really want all his money to go, because the dad's a wealthy man. But he doesn't want all his money to go to waste. He doesn't want to leave his inheritance out be blown. He wants to see what his son's going to do with it. His son's going to a fine man. He just needs a little leg up. You know, he needs a bit of help, and the dad can give him this help. It's like, son, what do you want from me? You know, I can get you a house. You'll never have to worry about mortgage payments. I can get you your own business. You'll never have to worry about where. Just tell me, you know, I can change your life. And the son goes, you know, you mention it, Dad. I would really, really, really like a factory that produces ping pong balls. Fine. No, the dad was kind of expecting this, you know, he's got like a lorry load of ping pong balls outside, but he wasn't expecting to build a factory. So he goes and buys an old abandoned factory, and he hires a bunch of people to tirelessly day and night produce these ping pong balls. And on the day of the son's 30th birthday, he walks up to this factory, and as he opens the door, he's almost buried alive in ping pong balls, flood out the door. He wades in, The pink ping pong balls, they're up to his chest. He swims through them and he's hit in the face with other pink ping pong balls that fly through these machines. You know, he digs in it, he swims in it, he throws them at his dad. He does it. It's like snow. He makes a little angel out of it. He does everything with these pink ping pong balls that you could possibly think to do with pink ping pong balls, aside from actually play ping pong. Now, the dad decides after a hard day of playing with pink ping pong balls, I'll leave the son alone. He goes away and he comes back in the morning. And although he knew it, he didn't really think that a full factory could go missing. But they had done. And all these machines that were spewing out pink ping pong balls were now just spewing out thin air. So, he goes across the road to get his breakfast, and while he's there he's thinking, right, no, that's it, I can't have this anymore. I have got to know what happens to these pink ping pong balls. I can't live with this mystery anymore. So he resolves to go and ask the son. As he steps out of the cafe, he sees his son across the road, and he goes, "You alright, son? Oh, over here." And the son goes, "Alright." Hit by a car just crossing the road. The dad panics, calls 999. Ambulance comes, rushes him off to Hull Royal. And when he gets there, the doctors say, it's not looking good, sir. The prognosis is not good. I don't think your son will make it through the night. The dad goes in there, a broken man. He says to his son, "Son, I don't care what those doctors say. No, you're going to make it. You have to make it. And I don't care what happens. If this is the end, if it isn't the end, you and I are going to clear everything out tonight. Any animosity you have towards me, we're going to clear it out. There's going to be nothing left unsaid. We're going to talk all night, son. But first and foremost, I have to know, what in the hell happens to those pink ping pong balls?" And the son says, "You know, Dad, it's actually rather simple," and then it dies.
Okay, apologies to everybody, not everybody's had a chance to contribute, but we need to, Peter, would you like to tell? We'll see how much time.
Yeah, do you need to hit the road?